Sat Sri Akal to all the viewers of Sikhi channel. Ji Ayanu, welcome to what we call as the Sikh Life Talks. मेरा नाम जसमीत सिंह है and I am the Director of Training and Development at World Sikh Chamber of Commerce. Today, we have a very special young entrepreneur with us who believes that if you love your job, then you will not have to work for your entire life. Not a single day you'll have to work if you really love your job. And apparently, his name is also Jasmeet Singh. So I would really want to bring Jasmeet Singh Arora ji and would have a conversation with him today. Sat Shri Akal, Jasmeet.
That's it, I'll just need.
Welcome to Sikh Life Talks, and I'm really excited to have you host you, and really learn from you.
Thank you, and I look forward to same.
Absolutely, and apparently because there are two Jasmeets in the room, so we will have much more exciting conversation today. So Jasmeet, to start with,
Absolutely.
why don't you give your introduction, what you do in brief to our audience, please?
Yeah, so my name is Jasmeet Singh Arora, and I'm 27-year-old guy from Delhi. And
Hmm.
currently, I'm in the business of lighting, electrical, and home automation solutions. We
Right.
are based in the heart of Delhi, Chandni Chowk, and it's a family business. So it's basically into lighting and electrical solutions. And now I'm venturing it, I'm taking it into the home automation side.
Wonderful. Tell us more about your business, Jasmeet. What kind of people can approach you? I'm sure you know a lot of WSEC members also watch this show. So, what kind of people approach you? What kind of services do you have? It'll be great if you can speak to us in some more detail.
Definitely. So, we provide complete lighting and electrical solutions. Home automation is just an add-on. It's called
Right.
home automation, but technically it can be applied to your home office. A lot of people are working from home today. It's a
Hmm.
very novel solution. It works like a charm, and as everything around us gets smarter, everyone has a smart speaker. Even 5-year-old kids use Alexa and Siri to gain knowledge and gain content from it.
Right.
So it's time we upgraded our homes and smart and our
Mhm.
offices. In addition to our smartphones, our cars, everything has gotten connected. So these smart solutions are just a cherry on the top. But technically, any electrical or lighting solutions that you need for any residential, commercial, or any setting, it could be a hotel of yours of hospitality. So we have the entire line of products to serve you, and we deal only in trademark products, the Philips, Cisco, and Havells. We don't do the Chinese stuff. Yes, we have custom solutions, but everything there is backed by quality because it is a family business with roots going as far as 40 years back. So we
Right.
don't
Right.
compromise on goodwill and quality.
Wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen who are watching, Jasmeet is here to light your homes and your organizations, be it your offices, be it your hotels. Jasmeet, like when I was talking to you before this interview, you did mention that your large interest and your large passion lies in education, right? Working with
Right.
young people. And that's particularly why I'm very excited about this conversation. You said that we will talk a large bit about these aspects, right? Be it career, be it
That's right.
young people. So why don't you yourself are very young, right? So why don't we start with your own life? I mean, how do you think about career, and how do you think about your own life?
So I'm glad you actually brought this up because this is something that is very close to my heart. And it is very close to my heart because there are some wounds and bruises in my heart because of the education that has been for me. In Punjabi, they say, "Badi maani hui mere naal." So
Mm-hmm.
while I was in school, I clearly remember I was in my 10th standard. I was studying trigonometry, san theta and
Right.
cos theta. I was in 7th standard. I was studying this Pythagoras theorem. So I used to wonder where will I find a building in my life so that I can go out and actually measure its Pythagoras theorem, or where
Yeah.
will I apply trigonometry? Or while I
Mm.
was in 5th standard, I was studying civics, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, geography, farming, things that dated probably 60 or 70 years back in India's history. So I used to wonder what is the point of studying all of this? And we were
Right.
not going into the depth, like why did a war take place? All we know
Hmm.
was A attacked B to conquer C in X century. That's all we learned. We never went to the depth of why certain things happen or how
Right.
we can learn from it and implement it going forward. So a lot of
Uh,
things I see these days. So people in India pursue education to pursue a career. They don't want to
yeah.
build a career, they just want to pick a line. You must
Right.
have heard a lot of people say, I'm in the consulting line, or I
Hmm.
work with, say, Reliance. So,
Right.
working with Reliance is not your identity, it is a
Hmm.
part of who you are.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
if people say, I've been in this line for 15 years. Now
Right.
imagine I am 27 and you are 37. We both got our licenses to drive cars at the age of 18. You drive
Right.
only once a month and I drive daily. But
Hmm.
technically, on paper, you say you obtained your license in 2000 and I obtained it in 2010. So,
Right.
does that mean you are more qualified as a driver? I have driven more, but on paper it may seem you have driven more because you obtained your license or replace it with educational degree here. So that is how people, including employers and parents, measure the quality of your life or your career.
Very powerful thoughts. Very, very powerful thoughts. And I'm so happy that you are one young person who was really sort of thinking beyond the books, right? And, I have all the reasons to believe that any child who can think like that is maybe, there or is sort of made by God to do something different in his or her life, right? So I think I'm very, very happy to know that. But so, of course, like you did in a bit speak about the problem that our education system has. But today, let's talk about what we are doing to solve these problems, right? And I'm sure you have a vision there. Would you want to speak
Hmm.
about that?
Absolutely. So just like you mentioned, I would like to add, I have a friend, he's only 25 years old. I
Hmm.
remember watching one of his videos, and that video alone has made the maximum impact on me. It says,
Right.
भगवान ने आप सबको धरती पे भेजा है, एक हुनर से नवाजा है, एक
Hmm.
हुनर से नवाजा है। आप धरती पे क्यों आए हो?
Right.
खाने आए हो, सोने आए हो, पैसा कमाने आए हो। People think making money, owning a home, owning a car is the end goal. I am not
Right.
against it. I have myself worked with Mercedes Benz and I would love to have all of those rich assets. They actually improve the quality of your life, but they don't
Absolutely.
elevate you as a person. You won't
Hmm.
drive in your car 24/7, or you
Right.
won't move across hotels for 365 days. So, what
Hmm.
are you doing at a deeper level as a human? And coming to the point, what can we do to enhance the quality of education, or how at least people change the way they look at careers? So, the biggest point that I have to contribute here is people think, okay, आजकल robotics में बहुत scope है, or cloud computing is coming up. Let's do something in that. So
Right.
maybe you don't have the mental ability or the soft skills needed to excel in that career.
Hmm.
I am an ambivert, so I can get into a role of sales or I can get into marketing. But a person who is simply who's simply an introvert, you can't
Hmm.
tell them you should become a public speaker, you should become an education coach. आजकल ये trend
Right.
कर रहा है.
Right.
So
Right.
instead of thinking what is trending in the industry, think what your skills are. Even if
Hmm.
you're just in school, everyone has certain skills. We just need to take out time to identify. So, how we can fit in this picture is not working on the industry side, but working on the student side, analyzing them, doing some
Right.
personality tests, seeing what makes you tick. You might enjoy Rajma Chawal, but I might enjoy Paneer. And there's nothing wrong with it. We both choose what is good for us. Both dishes are
Right.
good, right? So
Right.
rather than taking the career, see what a student is good as. Some people might want to go into a psychology, but in India
Hmm.
the notion is, अरे पागलों का डॉक्टर है ये. So we need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
break
I
free from all the notions.
Yeah, yeah, we've heard all this. So thank you so much for bringing this up. So, Jasmeet, uh, of course, one you did share that when you were a kid yourself, you were really intrigued by the fact, or you were really sort of, you said it in your own words that, Madi hui. And so you went beyond the books and thought about actually, and today
थोड़ी नहीं,
I
बहुत ज्यादा
I
मारी हुई.
I tell the same thing to my students, right? That today, if we, even if, the meaning of education is to get a good job tomorrow, or the meaning of education is to have, is to be able to earn money, then all the money making skills are not taught in school, right? The money making skills are
Absolutely
not
not.
taught in schools at all, right? So, but why is this inclination to become a career counselor or to work in the space of careers? I mean, why are you inclined so much towards this?
The only reason I am inclined towards this is ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਾੜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਈ, I don't want other people, other kids to suffer that, because even when we are in our teenagers, the
Hmm.
age of 13 to 18, they are the building blocks of your career. They can
Right.
make or break your career. And I have counseled MBA students. By the way, I'm not an MBA, but I have counsel those students, and they, you might see that they are dressed up in suits, they are studying at good colleges and universities. On the
Hmm.
face you might think that their life is sorted, but the reality is far from different. They know
Right.
nothing about it. And while a student is in college, uh, they are in a very delicate frame of mind, because
Hmm.
up till school they have their parents backing up, but when they are in the college phase, so it's like a bridge, and the bridge is not very long, the bridge is not very strong. If they
Hmm.
take the wrong decision, if they venture in the wrong direction, there's no coming back. They have crossed
Right.
the sea. And it's considered a taboo, changing your
Hmm.
careers from A to B. So I don't
Right.
want students to take decisions based on what their parents think, their relatives think, or what the industry is moving towards. I want them to see what career they will take, so that it fulfills their soul at a deeper level.
Right.
It is
Okay.
very, very important for people, and I'm sure there are people like me. Even if I am in a room of 100 people, I can't change 100 lives, but even if I can change just one, I think
Hmm.
I've made an impact, and it is very, very, very important.
Right. And so, Jasmeet, what kind of students can approach you? I mean, I'm sure there are students watching,
Hmm.
and this video goes to many people. So,
Right.
what kind of students can approach you, and what would you sort of work with them on that they get their answers?
Right. So up till now, I've worked with college students, be them in the graduation or their post graduation. But I think this can also span out to people who are still in their 10th, 11th, or 12th standards. Because
Okay.
as internet is booming, students are becoming more aware, and the problem is not about the lack of options. We have plenty of
Hmm.
options. There is a lack of guidance for students.
Right.
So
Right.
any student who feels that they are stuck in their life, and not just in terms of career, also in terms of education, if they
Right.
are interested in something and they think they lack the hard skills. For example, people could be interested in 3D printing. So 3D printing in itself can be used in a lot of applications. It can be
Hmm.
used for printing your biological parts. It can be used to print homes. It can be used to print additive manufacturing components for automobile and other industries. So there are courses for that. So anyone who feels they want to get into this space, but they are not sure how to. So there is no
Hmm.
set criteria of students who I tell uh, I can be approached by, but I would say the majority will come from students in their pre-final years of the college, be it graduation or post-graduation.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I will urge all the audience, the parents, the educators, if you're watching, and if you have young people who are seeking a path. By the way, there are two Jasmeets in the window today that work on the similar ground, similar lines. I also work with young people, and Jasmeet Arora, he also works with young people, and our mission are similar. Our names are similar, and our mission is similar. So wonderful to meet you, Jasmeet, finally on this platform. But tell us about this home automation a little bit. Is it something that is upcoming, and is it something a new skill as well that students can take them as their careers?
If you talk specifically of the Indian scenario, and if you talk specifically of the North Indian cities, it is actually upcoming because
Okay.
when I talk to potential clients,
Mm-hmm.
so even if they are aware, they are like, yeah, we have heard about it, but we are not very sure what it is or how it works. So again,
Right.
there is a lack of awareness. But even in this, like I mentioned in the lighting space, there are different platforms on which automation can be done. Some
Mm-hmm.
people might claim that we can automate your home in as low as 20,000. Some might say it might take up to 1 lakh. Some might say our solutions start only at 20 lakhs and they go up to 1 CR. So
Right.
there are no limits in what devices you can automate on. But it's again, it's like we are approaching the student, we are approaching the client as to what sort of a facility do you have? Is it a three-story villa? Is it a three-bedroom floor? And how big is the size? Which technology would suit you and which one would work best for you? Because the
Right.
role of technology is to make your life simpler, not too complicated.
Hmm. Hmm. Sure.
So
Sure.
again, that is our approach for home automation. And if to tell you a little more about it, we can automate lights, fans, curtains, switching on and off of TVs, your
Right.
garage doors, smart door locks, security cameras. So it's a huge platform. And again, it's an end-to-end solution. It's not
Hmm.
just one device that is being automated. And by
Right.
automation, we don't mean that you can obviously control it using your phone and your Alexa, but
Right.
our goal is to automate it to an extent that you don't need your phone or your Alexa to control it. For example, you want to go to visit the Gurdwara in the morning and you want to turn on your geyser at 6 a.m. sharp. It will do
Mm-hmm.
without fail 365 days or whenever you want it to. You want
Right.
the light of your Babaji's room to get turned on at 6 p.m. in the morning, 6 p.m. in the night, and turn off 6 a.m. in the morning. We can automate that schedule for you without you having to touch your phone or ask Alexa or Siri to do it. That's real
Wonderful.
automation.
Sounds exciting. But is it a very, like you already said, but is it a very expensive technology to have? Or is it something
It's
that
it
it can be customized and some feature can be given to some people?
it can be customized, and if people are interested but they're not very sure how it can work out for them, so we advise them to get just one room automated.
Right.
And with even one room, don't go all bizarre to automate each and everything. Understand the concept first. So it is again a bespoke solution. So there's
Mm-hmm.
no one size fits all. It's not an
Mm-hmm.
expensive solution. It's a novel solution. And again, people are unaware of it. People think, oh, expensive hoga. It's not that
Mm-hmm.
case.
Mm-hmm.
It it
Sure.
starts somewhere around 50,000 bucks for one room,
Mm-hmm.
and as you go on, the costs come down.
Yeah, because it is very relatable when you said that, like to automate Babaji's room and, have the lights on time and lights off on time. I think that is something that really connected with me. And that's why I asked you more in detail. So, Jasmeet, let's come back to your mission. Like, so where do you see yourself? I mean, 3, 4 years down the line, like, do you see yourself working with a lot of young people?
I do, that's for sure. And
Yeah.
that is something I see in the near future, like maybe in the next 1 or 2 years only.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
Right.
something, because the earlier you start doing it, the better it gets. Because the more
Right.
you delay it, the more procrastination gets into your head. And when you're not, so this is something that has been bothering me for a very long time. And this is the first time I'm going on record to tell you that I have been having dreams of visiting my school during this entire lockdown period. And
Hmm.
if the my count is right, I have had that dream 8 times during the
Wow,
entire lockdown.
you think so
And
deeply about it.
I definitely do. And it's not just a pictorial dream, it's a full HD video that I am driving and I am parking my car outside of my school and I'm going on the stage of my school's auditorium and I'm talking to students to tell them whatever is being taught in school, it won't make you great in life. You can see countless number of people who have been to Harvard or who've
Hmm.
been to great ISBs of India, but they're still living a very mediocre life.
Yeah, yeah. Just me completely love and respect your feelings and
Thank
really
you.
praying that your dream come true very, very soon. So, just meet, let's talk about WSCC. You've been a part for some time now, and what has been your experience?
So, my people ask me how did I get to know about WSCC. So, very honestly, I was looking for a sick networking platform. I had seen a
Mhm.
video somewhere in 2019. It was a meetup video with a lot of Sikhs in an outdoor location. So I watched it. I really relished it. And during COVID, everyone was locked in. I was looking
Mm.
for it. Luckily, I didn't find that group. I found World Sikh Chamber of Commerce. I visited the website. I called up Alicia right at the moment. I asked her if I need to get referred in by someone because generally
Mhm.
in BNI also they refer you. And I
Right.
had no contact whatsoever here. So she told me it's nothing. You just fill a form and you get inside. So I joined somewhere in the month of May, what I think.
Mhm.
And my experience of WSCC, I haven't had much business transactions, but what I feel in WSCC, I met Jaidev Singh Jolly, who is like a father to me. I met JPS Jolly, the graphologist, who's like a dadu to me. Ramandeep Kaur is like my elder sister. Jasmeet Singh Chandok is like my elder brother. So
Wow.
I have found a family in World Sikh Chamber of Commerce, and the reason why it worked out for me so well, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, because I believe s- majority of the people are above 30 years of age here, and
Mhm.
I being a young person below 30 in this group, so I feel I am in a cocoon where I'm surrounded by people who act as mentors like you, or people who have actually seen the hardships in life, or if people are from my trade or industry, they can tell me,
Right.
Jasmeet, you should approach the situation in this manner, or um, you can go and visit this industry. So I
Mhm.
feel a complete mentorship package here where I can get spiritual, career, business advice, financial advice all under one roof. So this is like the
I
Amazon of mentorship.
I'm so happy you said that, and thank you so much for taking me as your brother. We are all brothers and sisters in World Sikh Chamber of Commerce. But the people
Right.
who are hearing, if you're a young person, if you're a youth who really looks for guidance, I think WSEC is one platform where we are all committed to helping and taking care of our younger brothers and sister. So wonderfully said.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we really hope that WSEC also will bring some very concrete business and some very concrete direction in your life, Jasmeet. So, Jasmeet, is there anything that you would, and I'm sure you've said a lot about young people. um, I'm very particularly passionate about working in people in our community, working with youngsters in our community. Do you have any message for them?
The only message I have to the young people, they can get into whatever school, college, or university they want to. They can get the fanciest of degrees, but till the time they don't put this in their हेड जब तक वो अपने ये जहन में नहीं लाते so another short story, I got selected with Ernst and Young while I was in my college. I was in the
Okay.
placement cell, so I used to attend a lot of mock seminars, interviews, and group discussions. I was training my seniors, I was getting trained myself, so I thought this
Mhm.
is it. I will answer the questions from my tax and accounting classes and I'll be set. So those people, the employers don't necessarily look for skills. Skills are just like a driver's license. It's just an
Hmm.
entry ticket. But what will really set you apart and what will actually bring you success in your career will be that X factor. So to lay it down, your X factor comprises of your psychological mindset, your communication skills, and
Right.
your attention to detail. So technically, you have to figure out a way to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah.
Imagine if 50 people from your batch are sitting in an interview. Everyone has the same percentage, everyone has the same teachers, everyone has the same degree. What sets
Hmm.
you apart? And it, for me, it was my mindset and my communication skills.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
it doesn't necessarily have to be this one skill, but a person has to figure out what sets them apart. Only then they will get ahead in life.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Jasmeet. I completely resonate with your thought, with your, chain and line of thought, because that's what matters. I've seen a lot of HR rounds, and I completely agree with you that that's what matters. So wonderful. Thank you so much for sparing your time today, Jasmeet. And I think, your life has been an example, and I'm sure you are that work in progress who would really want to bring this revolution, an educational revolution in our country. And we really wish you all the best. And we are
Thank you very
absolutely
much.
there with you. The entire W6 World 6 Chamber of Commerce is with you in your endeavors and in your mission, right, Jasmeet?
I'm
So
so glad.
thank you so much for having a conversation with us today and sharing your thoughts, your mission, your deep desire of helping young people, and we can really see that passion and enthusiasm in your eyes. Okay, so just meet with those words, I would really say thank you to you for taking out your time. And I generally end the conversation with the slogan of World Sikh Chamber of Commerce, which is one Sikh for another, right? So one
Absolutely.
young Sikh like you for many other young Sikhs. Okay, thank you so much. Sat Sri Akal.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Pleasure's all mine.
Sat Sri Akal. Thank you.